everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to do a nice coppery eye makeup look. So let me do a quick catch up, but before that, this is the Laura Mercier primer that I'm using on my skin. You know, it just adds like all that hydration that you need, and it just like, you know, it's kind of non-silicone-y, so it doesn't give that silicone-y feel, and the makeup will just smooth onto this once I'm done. You can see how this primer is giving like a very radiant look to the skin, and it doesn't feel heavy at all. Alright, for base I'm using this NARS Tinted Moisturizer in the shade Malaga. This is very dark for my skin, but I feel like I've tanned in LA, and this is a tinted moisturizer, so it should, you can see how orangey it is, but I'm just going to work that. Into my skin. I'm so glad I was able to cover my skin quite successfully when we were at Universal Studios. I always had my umbrella with me, and if not the umbrella, I had a huge bomber jacket that we occasionally got over my head. I'm just taking it on my... So I'll just use a bit of that just on my sort of chest here, just to bring some sort of warmth back. Much better, I feel. I don't know. I like how, you know, it gives my skin like a nice bronzed look, but it doesn't feel heavy at all. Okay, next, just for like the center of my face, I'm just going in with this Charlotte Tilbury Magic foundation, and my shade is number 7. And I'll just sort of pat this in like the center of my face, just for like a bit of highlight almost. And I'll just sort of blend this into the center of my face. So this will kind of help, you know, take care of the redness that I have and any other lightening. I don't take too much on my jaw because I tend to, it really tends to look weird. Next up, if you know me, you know me. This is the Corrector that I'm crazy about. So I just like to take a thin sort of, you know, really thin brush like this and just go into where I need it. I like a thinner brush because it actually helps me pick up less product, and lesser product means lesser chances of creasing. And I'm just going to apply this and just blend it with my finger. I must tell you how hard it is to work after you go on holiday, and especially like if it's something that you do yourself. Crazy. Okay, I'm using this right here. Okay, next up is concealer, and I'm going to use my usual, which is Warm Beige from Too Faced. While this concealer is sitting under the eyes and doing its thing, I'll just go in with this Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt in my shade is medium, and I'll just do some light sculpting and also some sculpting around my jawline. I'm gonna check back on the contour in just a moment, but first I thought, let me just like blend out this concealer. I just, you know, because I don't want it to sit for too long either. So I'm just taking a fluffy brush. This is M576 from Morphe, and I'm just like patting this all over, just going with the contour once more, and I'm just sort of bringing this a little bit higher because from the front it actually kind of streamlines my face shape a bit. So I'm kind of going above the cheekbone because I want to bring this, you know, like the brightness like up here in this way, but just a little bit, you know. don't overdo anything. You know me, I like to use the same concealer, and I'll just brighten up the center of my forehead. And I'm ready to powder my face. Though today I'm not going in with the Givenchy powder, I'm using my Hourglass Veil Setting Powder. And I'm using the same Givenchy sponge though. And I'll just, I want it to be glowy. So that's why I'm going in with this. The finish of this powder is quite radiant, and like there is a little bit of, reflect. I'm just taking a little bit of this matte velvet skin powder from Makeup Forever, and I'm just just cleaning up this area a bit. I want the contour to blend nicely, and sort of I don't want it to look sort of patchy. Since we've set the face with all those powders, you need to hydrate again, otherwise your skin ends up feeling super dry. So I'm just going to use this Caudalie Beauty Elixir and just like spray it all over my face. So I want this to be more of a daytime sort of a coppery eye look, so I won't go extra hard on my eyes. But first thing, I'm just going to prime my eyes using that NARS base that I really like. I'm going to try to use only one palette, which is this Kylie Cosmetics Burgundy palette, and I'm probably just going to use like maybe these 3 shades. Yeah. So first I obviously need like an all over shade, something that'll just that's like a transition shade, and I'm thinking maybe this one, which is called Beige. I changed my brush now to this 239, and I'm just packing that same beige shade all on my lid because I want it to be one color before I start going into other things. Now taking this MAC 219 brush, same shade, and I'm just going under my lid. Now before I move any forward, I'm just going to take a clean blending brush, and I'll just kind of sweep it all over the edges. This is just to make sure that there are no harsh lines. Next, I'm just going to go in with this shade, which is called Naked, I think. And I'm taking this 17 brush from the KJH Spectrum collaboration, and all you want is a little, like a smaller domed brush. That shade, and I'm just going to use this only in the outer corner. So can you see how I'm adding depth into the eyes just by, sort of working this color into the outer corners? And I'm taking that 219 again, but now I only took the same shade, but just on the tip of this brush, and I will sort of start bring this closer to the lash line. Now that I know the placement that I want of the second darker shade that I put, I'm going in with the 239 brush and the same shade, and I'm just packing it on this so that I can make it a little more vibrant. And then when I want to blend it, I'll go back in with that previous brush and just sort of blend the edges out. Clean brush, always keep your clean brush handy and go with the edges. Okay, now I'm going to stop the eyeshadow right here before I start to maybe darken it a little more. And this is because I want to start working on my lashes. And I'm going to tightline my upper waterline with this Perversion pencil. I changed my pencil to this Rimmel one that I had. And what I did right now is I tightlined my upper waterline, and I'm creating a little of a black eyeliner which I'm going to smudge in a moment. I'm just trying to get both these lines pointing in the same direction before anything. Alright, so now I'll just take this shade, which is like a very coppery shade. Let me just show you. See how it's like super coppery. So I just picked some up and let's place it. Now with the smallest brush that I could find from my collection, I'm just going to blend out the edges of that black liner. I'm actually going to go ahead and do lashes now because I want to see if I have to add anything to the eyes or if it's fine the way it is. I'm going to do my brows and I'm going to pop on lashes and I'm going to be back. So I did go in with lashes and it just didn't go well, or maybe I didn't have the right style. So I'm actually gonna move away from that. And what I did do though is I did darken the outer part of my eyeshadow. Okay, next up is actually, I'm gonna go in with this shade, which is I think Fawn from the Anastasia contour palette. And I'm just bringing that because this has like that nice grayish tone to sort of bring in some additional contouring. For bronzer, I'm just going in with this NARS Nude Air. I'm gonna try and link it because I don't know exactly what it is. Okay, and for blush, I'm gonna take a stippling brush, sorry, a dual fiber brush like this, and I'm gonna mix these two shades. This is the e.l.f. blush palette in the shade Light. I don't know if this is available still, but okay, for lips, what I'm going to do is try and first define the shape with this Soar pencil from MAC, and then I'm just going to contour with this Endless Cacao pencil just up here. So what I initially did my lips with, I completely changed it and I instead just went in with this Dior Addict lip tattoo, and this is in the shade 321, followed by my Endless Cacao liner just on like the top and the bottom of the lip. And now I'm gonna go in with my favorite highlighter. It's been my favorite highlighter for so many years, and this is the Benefit What's Up. I love this. It's like such a creamy, beautiful highlighter. Alright, to finish the face, I'm using this dim light hourglass powder. It's called the Ambient powder. This one's like so pretty. This is like a finishing powder. So you just sort of finish the skin with it, which means you just sort of go on top. And it gives like, it just like blurs out everything. It gives your face a very nice, nice whale sort of finish. I'm just gonna spritz my face with this Watermelon Glow Mist. I'm gonna give my face one final look. I think it's done. I try to keep this look a little more daytime friendly because for night I think I'll amp up this look in so many more ways, and I'm going to make a different video for that. How do you guys like it? Let me know in the comments below. I'm sorry if I seemed a little low on energy because that's how I am. I'm a little tired. I didn't even want to do this video, but I have to. The show has to go on. Alright? So thank you for watching. All the products are there in the description box below. And see you soon.